Hello YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. Today I went down to New York. I got myself a bottle of water. Sorry, bad joke. But, okay. I can't believe I laughed at my own joke. Lame. Okay, so, got a couple pickups today as well as something I got from my niece. Which, first, I'll show this off first. Which is what I got from my niece. Now, of course, it's probably going to tune everybody out. Everyone's going to go to the bathroom, walk off, all that stuff, blah, 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 whatever. Sensitive part of DanVanDam, I suppose. But, alright, I got this from my niece here. Just wanted to show this off first. She knitted a quilt, or it was a prototype quilt. She has a global domination planned here. You see right here, you got the flying saucer she's playing. No, but this is something she was practicing on during her church segment. And, it's pretty cute. It's really rugged. She did a really good job with the quilting on this, which is pretty cool. All the guys going, Danny, hand in your man card right now. Just hand it in. What? It's your niece. Come on now, people. You just gotta cut some slack when it comes to nieces. No, you're supposed to pick on them. I do that after. But anyway, it's not bad. She did a pretty cool job. The church she goes to provided her some of the materials to make it, so, I'll have this probably hung up somewhere after, so that way I can display it somewhere. But, alright, let's get on to the packages. So therefore, Sean, make sure the kid's not in the room because I'm going to be cussing. No, I'm just kidding. But, alright. First things first, I would like to show off one of the first things I got in the mail, which I did not show, because, just sort of the type of games you open up in secret type of thing. But got this for about $5 total. And this game, of course, is called Robotica. Robotica. There we go. Robotica. What a Robotica. Somehow I passed English class. Somehow. I don't know how, but somehow I did it. And America still lets me in here. Come to America. Speak English. English? English. Yeah, you tell me to speak English, and you're speaking like you came out of the womb of a llama. Anyway, English. Oh, man. Anyway, picked up Robotica for $5. Came with the case. It's all banged up and everything. But this is obviously for the Sega Saturn, if you haven't guessed that by now. It was case, booklet, Probably find a donor case somewhere in the future. But no, I do not own a Sega Saturn. Haven't owned one yet. I mean, my brother did own one in the past. Like, he used to live where me. It was my parents' house, rather. Yeah, we used to own one for a little while, and we played it and all that, and we smiled, and life moved on, and yeah. Candy canes and silver lanes, I suppose. Anyway, my brother's probably going to say, I don't remember ever buying one, Dan. Nice try. I don't know, he'll say that or something like that, I guess, but I'll ignore it, because that's just how my ADHD rolls. Whee! Okay, just kidding. Anyway, got this, it's a first-person shooter. You're just mech robot, and you run around corridors, and you fire at things, and it's kind of like Coded Arms, if you want to use an example. It has the same RPG-style elements kind of to it. So I guess this would be the father version of Coded Arms, even though Konami made that beautiful game on PSP ages ago. Not ages ago, this one's a little bit older, but this right here is sort of the granddaddy version of that game. I mean, it's fine, it's dandy, it's kind of short, but it's actually a rewarding game. It's entertaining, say the least. I mean, someday in the future I won't own a Sega Saturn. When I do, that game will be played hardcore. But, alright, here's some of the pickups I got. Now, again, I did trade in a couple games to the evil store that Customs does not like. Evil store. The man that's putting everyone down, that's putting people out of jobs, taking these local gaming stores and putting them out of business, which is kind of a shame, actually. Some of these local stores are awesome, but taking them and smashing your face in poo. This is how evil this company is. No, but I traded in my copy of Mag. Now, of course, before any of the PS3 fanboys tell me how great Mag is, it's the game of the year, it's, the game that, it has 256 players. I'm sorry, you were saying something? And it had all these interesting aspects, blah, blah, blah. I mean, for me personally, it was a bland first-person shooter online that was trying to, take the trunks up of the Battle Company. The Battle Company. Yeah, that's going to be a new game in the future. Battle Company. Battlefield games. I mean, quite frankly, I did not like the Battlefield games that much, but I felt like they actually had more substance than the Mag did. I mean, granted, Mag did prove a point that they can get 256 players in the screen at once, but it didn't prove jack shit in the end because it's kind of unbalanced when it comes to sides and everything. It doesn't feel right to me. That's why I traded it in. I mean, it wasn't for me. That's all there is to it. I'm not going to explain my case 50,000 freaking times to everybody and their grandmother. So, traded it in, got like, let's see, like 23 something dollars, and throw the receipt around the room. Traded in for a couple bucks, pretty much like 23 I just said. And I got a copy of something that, I've been looking at for a while underneath the radar. It was underpriced dramatically, which was pretty cool. And one of the cool parts of this is I'll show you in a second, which is actually kind of a relieving thing, seeing that GameStop is notorious for ruining most cases for games. But I got this game for $17, Metal Gear Solid 4. Now, of course, this game is old, I know, blah, blah, blah. Sad, too bad, go cry to your granddad. I got a PS3 recently, so now this game would become more relevant to me to play. And I did get to play like a small chunk of it back in the day, but again, yeah, it was basically the multiplayer part of it. You get to upgrade your armor and everything, blah, 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 whatever. And now I finally get to play through the entire game, because I watched chunks of it, like someone playing the game, and it was like small chunks of the entire, storyline. I was just sitting there going like this. Stealth games usually don't interest me all that much. I mean, I like games like Tenchu when they're not broken, even though most all the games were. They just rush those games like they're freaking diarrhea. But this game, of course, has, different mechanics. It actually has more of like a faster pace to it than, the stealth games. I mean, I like Splinter Cell games and all that, but there's a time and a place for me to take a nap, But got this for a very good price. I mean, it was not over the top expensive. It did not put me in the bankrupt or anything. It was something, sort of slapped my hand on the wrist and saying, do not buy Mag games again. But this right here, got it for 17 bucks. Still got some extra credit in the bank for the credit. And the interesting thing about this, yes, it did have a sticker on this, which kind of pissed me off at first. It was sort of like an old sticker, so $29.99, which of course they kept this behind the shelf. Interesting part about this, which is kind of the most interesting and most fascinating / genius thing that I've ever seen any store done for a long ass time, because they do notorious for doing this at these pawn shops they like to call GameStop, is they actually put a sticker. I usually breathe. I just keep on going long-winded sentences, don't I? Anyway, they actually put the sticker with the backing to it still intact inside the case, like this. You're thinking, you're so excited about that, dude. You need to go outside and get some fresh air. You need to breathe. You need to get sex. I mean, I need to get sex. I mean, come on now. I mean, my hand has yet to cheat on me, man. Come on. I have had plenty of girlfriends. I have not stepped to that second step up yet because of the fact that, let's face it, would you want your dick on a saturated pussy that's probably been, yeah, that's definitely the time you drag Shane out of the room for sure. Try not to swear too much. Try not to swear too much. Would you want your organ inside of another inside of this little Lubin organ that's, try not to swear, it's hard, that would cheat on you and been around the block like a pair of Nikes and see, it's hard not to swear, guys. You have no idea with me. I just go free with it. Oh my god, ask the Gamer Legion. Those guys know how raunchy I am when I was doing the video with them. Oh my god, I was just so raunchy then. Anyway, surprised I haven't got banned yet because of that video. Oh, it was pretty bad. It wasn't bad in quality. It was just like I was like a sailor. But all right. I thought this was still pretty cool nonetheless. Back on track. It's a really fantastic thing. They actually decided not to screw up the label inside the case, so it's actually came no ruined sides to this. So I don't have to do is get rid of the gunk, which obviously, of course, you use a scrub with a little bit of you do a couple chemicals and or some water, like a couple of buddies here we know from the Canada area that showed some tips. They'll of course take credit for that when as soon as they obviously comment on the video if they do. But under 20 bucks, that was my price tag for me. I was like, sold to the fat ass who bought Metal Gear Solid 4. Fantastic job, Daniel. Now go get laid. See, I always go back to that. I mean, that's what trolls do sometimes in real life. They tell you to go get laid, but yet they're the biggest jerks you ever met in your life because they probably beat their girlfriends more than Mike Tyson does beating his opponents in the ring. Even though he's kind of retired now and moved on. We'll kind of go to the UFC kind of perspective then. Let's put it in that perspective, modern day boxing that people more nonetheless pay attention to versus standard boxing. Yes. DanVanDam 1. Failure 0. See, I was going to go for that 1 to give him some of that credit. I was going to give him 1.5 star, but you know what? I wasn't going to phone home for them this time. I was just going for 0. See, I'm credibilling myself for no reason. I apologize to the person who's probably going to say, oh, go get laid. Because you know what? You didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. Carry on. See, I have a good sense of humor about that, guys. You got to realize that. But, alright. Next game I got for like $3 while I was waiting for my my niece rather, to finish her dentistry. Which was really the whole entire field trip I was experiencing with my family. Was going to the mall to get my niece's teeth done, which my teeth need some work. They're kind of far apart and everything. But this right here is for $3, Ape Escape 3 for the PS2. This is, of course, mint new condition because of the fact that it was never used. It was probably stored on some shelf in some gaming shop, or because I went to FYE, and this is basically brand effing new. Couple smudges, but they probably took the disc out to put it in the back, so that way, obviously no one can bootleg it and all that crap, because, you know how kids are nowadays. They just have they sell this crap on, like, half.com or eBay, and say, disc only, sorry, and the game just came out yesterday. It's like, how the fuck do you lose the case that quickly, dumbass? Don't call me a dumbass! You have a job, right? Yeah! Can't you afford the game? Yeah! Why'd you steal it? Because my morals suck! That's probably it. Anyway, picked that up, and I picked this up, which is in my console right now. So if anyone has the multiplayer perspective of this after I beat the game, I'm definitely going to be jumping into that. And yes, I know, I gotta do Little Big Planet with my buddy of mine, so I still haven't forgotten. I'm just been out and about and all that, so just letting you know, I haven't forgot about that. So anyway, guys, take it easy, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching.